Alright, I'm going to try to make a video helping other people find the lxme2 SimulStation operation. So you're going to go over here and turn this knob to setup. And then over there you're going to scroll down here to advanced station settings and go to SimulStations. Alright, so if you notice it comes up program 1, you got to pay attention to that. Global means irregardless of this program, how many stations will allow you to run at the same time. You have to set it, whether it be, if you want to run more than one, you have to set this at, let's say I want to run them 2 at the same time. I got to set global at 2, and then program has to be at 2. Program 1 here and this. So I don't run 2 stations on program 1, so I have it just set to 1 there because I would just want to run 1 zone at a time. However, I do use SimulStations on zone 20, and I have it set up like that, or excuse me, for program 20 I have it set up that as it's way away from the other programs and it's 2. So anyway, you scroll down there, you get to program 20. You notice my global is at 2 and my program is at 2. That means and what that program means is the maximum number of zones that will run at the same time on that particular program. And what program are you on? You're on program 20 now. How do you get to that? The program select button right there. You scroll that, hit done. You notice it comes 20, global's at 2. Now if you change this, if I change this to 3, it's going to change that in all your program settings. So if you go here and scroll back up there to, say we're using 1 as an example, and you go to SimulStations, and you notice it still shows 3, but over here on my program with program 1, but my maximum number of programs. Really what I ought to have up here is say maximum, but anyway, maybe that's program maximum, maybe that's what the M stands for. But anyway, you notice I changed it to global at 3, but it's still only showing it 1, which means that I'm only allowing it to run 1 on that. Hit done. Go over here back to program 20. I got set. Even though it says global at 3, I have this program limited to 2. So it means it's only going to allow it to run 2 zones at a time. And I'm going to switch that back to 2. Hit done. All right. So here's my next. We're done there. That's on auto. Now I can't tell you how to set it up program on using the menu because I use the phone. So I have program 20. I open that up, and you cannot pick, let's say you wanted on this program 20, you wanted just let's see here, I've got if I wanted, let's say the Red Boys Drive to run by itself, and then the Courtyard and the Half Moon to run together, it cannot do that. It runs 2 at a time regardless of however many you have it set up there, however you want. That's a little different than what I was hoping for, but it's doable because there's so many stinking programs. I mean, I'll get back to that here in a minute, but there's a lot of programs. So if I want to run 2 stations at once, I just simply make one program for those particular zones that I want to run at the same time. All right, so we're going to close out. We're going to close out of that. And go back to, see, you've got up to 40 programs. So it's a non-issue. So I have my one program, which is basically my front yard. I have it ran set up here to run an hour each. And it's going to run individually, one zone at a time. One other note. Let's go back over here to this program here. All right, you notice that says, now we're running SimulStations, right? We're going to run 2 zones at a time. So really, this, where it says scheduled for 1 hour 15 minutes, by all rights, that ought to be just an hour. So that's what was, even though it says an hour 15, it's only going to run for an hour because it's going to run that one zone at an hour and the other zone at 15, but it's going to run that. It's going to run that one 15-minute zone. It's going to run that 15-minute zone and this zone at the same time, but it doesn't show that. So really, even though it should only say an hour right here, just ignore that it says an hour 15 because it's just going to run for an hour. Anyway, I hope that helps.